so good. I don't understand why no one's talking about it. That's okay. More for me and you. What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about underrated, affordable, and drugstore makeup. I've made it one of my life missions to hunt down affordable products that are absolutely amazing and under the radar. I get so tired of hearing about the same stuff all the time. Most of the time, the products that are talked about the least are honestly the best ones. So I've compiled 8 products, actually 9, because I have a little bonus product at the end. All these products, in my opinion, are ones that if you were to do a blind test, like if you were just kind of to dip your finger in stuff and start playing with it, or if you didn't know what the brand was, you would think these were high end. So yeah, if you want to learn about some absolutely amazing 10 out of 10 underrated affordable products from yours truly, your drugstore queen, then keep on watching. First up, we have this eyeshadow palette from Jason Wu. So you can find this at Target. This is the Jason Wu Beauty Flora 9 eyeshadow palette. So they have, let's see, 6 different shades. So these are $15 at Target. So along the sides here, you have 5 matte, earthy brown tones. They're very pretty neutral matte browns. But in the middle, you have 4 pressed glitters. And this glitter formula is supreme. You do not need a special glitter primer for these. Like, they are pressed so nicely and they have like a tackiness to them. Like, they almost feel wet and they just adhere to the eyelids so extremely well. And they have such a pretty glitter and shine and glow and just like this metallic finish. Like, they're just so like sparkly goodness. Now, I will say there are a couple of cons to it. Like, there are a couple of things I don't like about it. Not for me, but I could foresee it being problems for other people. So the matte shades, they're very buttery, very easy to work with. I don't feel like they are very pigmented for like someone with a deeper skin tone. The glitters I think would be perfectly fine, but the mattes, they're very sheer and they're very light. Like, you can't build up the intensity too much, you know? Like, I feel like it kind of stops at a certain level. So if you have a deeper skin tone, I don't think the mattes would actually show up on you, but the glitters in here, they honestly make the palette worth it. Next up, I have a face primer. So if you're someone that maybe you have oily skin or maybe you have large pores or you just like that really like soft focus, airbrushed, blurry skin kind of look, this is for you. This is the Ulta Beauty Mattifying Face Primer. Very rarely do I come across pore filling primers or like blurring primers that actually do that. This actually holds true to its claims. Yeah, this one blurs over my skin and my shine and fills in my pores in such a beautiful way. And what's cool about it is that the effect actually pulls through once I have foundation on. It looks like I've got a filter that's going over my skin in real time. Like, it just completely blurs over the skin and blurs over the pores. It mattifies shine. Right now, my skin looks poreless. It looks flawless. It looks airbrushed. It looks soft focus, very like matte in all the right areas. And it just looks, it looks awesome. And my skin, like, I'm not having a good skin day. Foundation. I went back through my most recent videos, like over the past year or so, and I didn't see this in the thumbnails of any of them. So I'm not sure if I've ever talked about this before. So if I've gatekept this, I am so sorry. And it's also a Korean foundation, so bonus points for that. But this is the Face Shop Ink Lasting Foundation Slim Fit X. I have the shade 203 Natural Beige, and it also has SPF 30. So I got mine from Yes Style, and fun fact, I actually have a coupon code, like a discount code with Yes Style. I'll put it right here. If you want a little discount, it's a win-win for both of us, but you don't have to use it. So obviously everyone knows by now that Korean foundations, like their shade range, sucks ass. Very disappointing. Like, I feel like they could really reach a wider audience and be more popular over here if they actually appeal to people outside of like a light skin tone. But this is a beautiful full coverage, like satin dewy kind of finish foundation. It is beautiful, milky smooth. It erases over texture and stuff really well too. So if you're someone like me that has acne, or if you have any kind of raised bumps that, you know, like I've got some scabbage, I feel like the combination of the finish and then also just the moisturizing factor that it has really helps to kind of camouflage the raised texture and just my acne in general. I can honestly say this is one of my favorite foundations of all time. So one of my favorite dollar store brands is LA Colors. One of the good things I've tried is this bronzer. This is their, it's just called bronzer. This is the shade Beach Babe though, and this is just such a nice, soft, like blurring kind of bronzer. Like, this is something that I thought would be really dry. I figured it would probably feel chalky and not blend very well, but nah. It's very easy and effortless, and it starts off more on the sheer, like buildable side. So, you know, you can really customize the intensity that you want. Like, there's not a lot of fallout or kick up or debris in the pan. It's pressed in there very, very nicely. There is no shimmer or anything. Like, this is a complete matte formula. This shade works really well for my skin tone, and it's one that's not too warm, but yeah, such a nice high quality bronzer. And I think it's like $3. I am such a huge fan of Believe Beauty. You can only find them at Dollar General. They're Dollar General's in-house exclusive brand. But in every video where I would talk about Believe Beauty, I would always get people commenting about the cream blushes and how they're so good. And I would always go in Dollar General and walk past them and just be like, I really want to try it. Like, I want to know what the formula's like, but the shades are just kind of like, ugh, they're kind of weird to me. I'm pretty sure they only have 2 shades. They've got this one, which is like a neon peachy shade, and then they've got this weird purpley pink. But I'm really glad I decided to try this because it truly is an amazing cream blush formula. Yeah, it just comes in a little pot like this. Super cute, super cute. I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing everything I'm talking about today on my face right now. This is so pretty, especially when I have a tan, and it just blends out to perfection. It's very, very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. You'll see in the clip that I took my brush and dipped it in one time, had to dab it off my back of my hand, and I had tons on the back of my hand, and I used that for both sides of my face. There's no shimmer in here, so this is just like a cream finish. So good, and it's under $4 or $5. I mean, you can't beat it. So I'm almost positive that I've talked about this next product before, but I'm a firm believer that talking about things multiple times just goes to prove that I actually do like it. This is the LA Colors Strobing Highlighter, and this is the shade Champagne, and they actually have this on Amazon, and they have a pretty solid shade selection. They definitely don't have this kind of shade selection in stores, so this is what it normally looks like, okay? It comes in the little square packaging. It looks just like the bronzer. It's the same packaging as the bronzer, but I actually had a little depotting phase at one point last year and depotted tons of my highlighters and stuff, and I decided to put some magnets on it and put it in a Z palette and made like a little highlighter palette for myself. I'm pretty sure back in the day, people would call this a dupe for the Mary Luminizer from the Balm, which was super big back then. This is buttery. It is pigmented. It is soft, high shine, very, very intense. It's not too cool. It's not too warm. It's very neutral. Once again, the pressing is so nice in here. Like, this isn't one that you touch your brush to it and just kick up and debris and fall out everywhere. Like, it's in there. I will say, if you're someone that has a lot of peach fuzz or wrinkles or texture, you may have to do some finessing with it to get it to, you know, look more creamy and like mesh into your skin. If you have a highlighter that looks too powdery, it looks too emphasizing of texture, then this little hack, the little setting spray hack, will truly fix all your problems, and it will also help your concealer wear better too. So it's a twofer. All right, let's talk setting powder now. This has been one that has been travel status. Like, I trust it to travel with. Like, I don't have to pack anything else. I know that it'll work with everything that I bring. Improves the wear of everything. It sets everything so beautifully. It's not cakey. It's not overly powdery. It's not overly matte. So this is the Maybelline Lasting Fix Banana Translucent Setting Powder. Gives you the brightening effect of banana, but it also gives you the wearability if you're someone that has a lighter skin tone. I'm not sure if this is something that would work for a deeper skin tone in terms of, you know, doing what a traditional banana colored powder would do. So yeah, it has a slight yellow tinge to it, but yeah, whenever you swatch it, whenever you apply it, it kind of dissipates and turns into translucency, but also, like I said, kind of maintains that brightness. Very good for baking, very good for setting your entire face. Like, it's one that blurs your pores. It cuts down the shine where I need it to, but it also lets my skin kind of breathe. But fun fact, yellow is also really good for counteracting red. I feel like everyone always looks at green as being the only thing to counteract red, but yellow is actually better at that, in my opinion. Yellow will counteract the red, but also like keep the warmth to your skin. I feel like green can just make your skin look too like dead and too like ashy, and I feel like the yellow just kind of maintains vibrancy. Next up is one of my favorite lip liners of all time. Like, this is something that I'll throw in my purse, and it works well and matches every lip gloss I've got, every tone, every color. This is the Palladio Precision Lip Liner in the shade Gingerbread. This is $6.99 at Sally's Beauty. You might be able to find it on Amazon too. I feel like Palladio is kind of branching out over into Amazon territory. Yep, you can find it on Amazon, so that's great. This just glides on the lips, no tugging, no dryness, but it also stays put really well. But look at this shade. This is, again, Gingerbread. It is the perfect nude shade. It's not too pink, it's not too light, it's not too brown, it's not too dark. Like, this is just such a perfect nude lip liner. So yeah, I'm wearing it today with the Milani Keep a Full Lip Plumper in the shade Rosy Bronze. I should probably show you instead of putting a little overlay up. Yeah, that's what I'm wearing, this little combination right here. So pretty. So I didn't want to include this in like the meat of the video. I was actually going to, and then I was applying it earlier in the B-roll, and I started taking it apart and realizing that I just don't know if I can recommend it because I don't know if it's worth the money. I'll tell you what it is, and then we'll get into why I feel the way I feel. So this is the Pixie Glow Tint Cushion Peach Tint. This is $14. You can find this at Target, but also, if you didn't know, this is at JCPenney in the new JCP Beauty section that replaced Sephora. So that's where I got mine. It is peachy, like it's a slight peachy tint, but this is something that it kind of adjusts your skin tone. So you can put this all over your face, and even if it's not, like, even if you're not a peachy undertone, which I mean, I'm not, somehow adjusts your skin tone. It just meshes in and becomes your skin color. I don't know if that's going to be the case if you're someone that is far far off from the skin tone, but like, I'm pretty close. I can throw this on and it gives me just the right amount of coverage to where I don't have to worry about like a full face if I don't want to put on, you know, foundation and concealer and powder and, you know, the whole shebang. It evens everything out so beautifully, and it does work really well as a peach corrector under the eyes. I do that in the B-roll clip at the end on the left side. It really does conceal and cancel the dark circles and stuff. It is so skin-like. Like, this is something that truly does not feel like you're wearing anything at all. Even when I look at it up close, like, it doesn't look like there's any product on my face. But the reason that this is a bonus and not in the meat of the video is because I took the cushion out earlier, just kind of wondering, like, I thought, oh, this is really dry and I've only used it like maybe 6 times, so it shouldn't be as dry as it is. So I took the cushion out. It's literally residue. Like, there's not any liquid in there. I've always said that cushion products are truly the biggest money waster, like the biggest gimmick. Just for reference, you usually get 1 ounce of product in foundations, like liquid foundations. There's usually like 0.4 or 0.5 ounces of product in these cushion compacts. So it is a complete ripoff. So although I do love this, I really like the effect. I like the way it looks on the skin. I just can't recommend something that is $14 for literally residue. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. In the comments below, I want to hear what you feel like is something that is super underrated. So what is something you've come across that you just feel like you're the only one that knows about it? So yeah, don't gatekeep, share the wealth. Give this video a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more like it, where I talk about underrated stuff. Here's a couple more things for you to check out next. Oh, I'm going too fast. Here's a couple more things to check out next, and just venture around the channel, make yourself at home. Once again, my channel is all about drugstore and affordable beauty and just banging on a budget. So yeah, if you like that kind of thing, then make sure you subscribe, stick around, turn the notification bell on, all the good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.